now brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season and EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Ready? Go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Bulldozes past him. And a juke this time. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Burrow. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Here's McPherson now to send it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
You better get in the way.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Burrow on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
65. Let's get off the field, D.
Back to throw. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. Oh, he bowls over it. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Here's a 2nd and 7. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well,
and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. It got his man complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juwan Bentley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Powers through him, sheds off the tackle, and he's taken down inside the 30.
We got this.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here we go. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Here's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle and taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff to Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Touchdown! Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Cincinnati. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
That is caught. It's Uzama. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Again, it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. It's complete. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
Check, 59. Hey,
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
McPherson now for the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
55. Hey, gotta do better.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Room here to run. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 2nd down, here's Henry. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. And
20%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off at the 18, the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Well, I think we all know that turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the third quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good. And then...
yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick six. And I don't know, the rest of this second half shaping up to be very interesting. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch the short passes. He can run under a long pass. Or he can do what we saw right there. Catch one and then make a big gain after the catch. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Juwan Bentley. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. There he goes inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And now here's another interception. Picked by Julian Love. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59. It's just me and you.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A check down here for Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's going to let this one go deep. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 55. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's got some space here. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry. 60 yards. And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Trucks over him and brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 162 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.